world's largest dump truck. So welcome back to the channel, folks. It's an adventurous 10 days. Come and join us on a tour around Alberta, a little bit of Alberta, Waterton Lakes. We're going to go there. We're going to go up to Cranbrook, and we're going off to Radium Hot Springs and Golden and so on. So this season is going to be a day-by-day adventure. We're going adventurizing, and today the adventure takes us to Waterton Lakes, and we're going to have a look at a few waterfalls, and we're going to do a hike, and then we're going to end up, hopefully we're going to end up in Cranbrook, but we'll see how it goes, because tomorrow we have an adventure and a surprise for you. So come and join us if you're feeling adventurous. So let's take a look at the map, and we'll show you, we'll plan you our route of where we're going, and we'll try and get as many sites along the way as we possibly can. So let's take a look at the map. First leg of day one destination at Lundbreck Falls down in Waterton Lakes. We're going to have a look at these wonderful falls. It's kind of a popular area. There's lots of vehicles here and people having a look at the falls. So as you leave Calgary, you head down Highway 22, and you got a wonderful scenic drive all the way down here. And yeah, you get down to Lundbreck Falls down in just outside the town of Waterton Lakes. This is one of your stops. Make sure you come and have a look. So why don't we go and have a look at the falls? So here we have platform number 2. one thing they do really well. Whoa, if you don't like heights, viewing platform you can see all the way through. And that's a good one. That's a nice one. I think we'll take a pic of that one. Quite a lot of people down there. I think we'll head on down there and take a look. But what a marvelous canyon. What a wonderful, wonderful canyon. Then there's the road bridge over there. Sharon's already made it way down there. So why don't we go and head on and have a look down that way. So to get down there, there's a set of steps here. And so it's not too difficult if you're planning on coming down. It's the getting back up. That's the tricky one. All right. Looks like that side's washed out, and we'll go around this way. Whoop, that one's a little sketch. So here we are down at the base of the falls here, and if you want to go for a swim, I'm sure you can. One of the that's the second part of the falls from down below. We'll just get through these folks and we'll head on up this way. And here we are. Sharon's already getting set up, tripod. Look at that, what an amazing feature. Oh, and there's another viewing platform from up there on the other side, as you can see. There's the gorge. So here we are in Lunbreck Falls. We came down, we've hiked our way down into the canyon, and now we're experiencing all the spray of the waterfall. Two of them right behind me, both flowing over, and there's quite a lot of water coming out of this. So yeah, really cool place to be, and it's warm today too. Like 23 degrees, it's nice, it's not humid. Great day for a hike. So we're going to head on and we're going to take a look at Cameron Falls next, which is in the town of Waterton Lakes. That's actually in the town, it's a hike from the town up to the lake. So come join us, let's go take a look. So that's the first stop of our journey, Lunbreck Falls. If you're in the area of Waterton Lakes, come and check it out. Really cool place. Okay, so we're on to the next stage now. We're off to another waterfall, and then we're going to go up the Crowsnest Pass. And we got a little bit of a hike to do too. So stay tuned and more to follow. It's a bit of a secret where we're going, but I'll let you in on it. It's another waterfall. Yeah, come join us. Going back up the steps is not as fun. No, I'd rather go down, I think. So behind me you'll notice that we have the mountain range, and apparently Waterton Lakes is where the mountains meet the prairies. It's a really unique place. The landscape is really strange. It's very, very windy down this way, so on the open sections there's no trees, and then all the trees are kind of like nestled in the valleys, and there's lots and lots of valleys down here. So it's very different to see driving through this landscape, because we see the mountains in the back and there's not one mountain with any snow-capped tops. So they're either below the height for the snow, or it's August and everything's melted. But yeah, it's a very unique place. If you get a chance, come down, have a look. Yeah. So here we are at Waterton Lake, and this is the famous lake in the village of Waterton, because it has the iconic Prince of Wales Hotel overlooking the hill over there. So it's overlooking the water. It's quite windy today, and apparently that is one of the picture moments, the photography moments that everybody comes and takes, and take a look at the hotel overlooking the lake. And you'll notice as we look up on the mountain there, you notice that there was a fire in 2017 that took out most of the area. Not as big as Jasper. It didn't get to the town, but it was pretty big. And then we have a structure down there, and I would say there's Sasquatch living on the beach. Just joking. So we're gonna head on down and have a look at this this kind of hut that's been made on the side of the shoreline. See what it is. Apparently we've got to be really careful because in this area it's berry season right now, and the berries are pretty active. There's been a lot of sightings right on the US border here, into the US. So let's go take a look at the structure. So here we have a shelter made up of stacked driftwood, and apparently it's illegal to take the driftwood away from the shoreline because it helps stop erosion. Let's go in and look. Well, isn't this pretty cool? That's pretty neat. Somebody spent some time building that. Let's go down here and have a look at the other one. There's two down here. Let's just hope we don't meet up with a bear munching on the berries, or fast asleep in his little shelter. So I'm carrying with me my handy dandy bear spray. Apparently you're supposed to have it on you at all times down in this area. I've left poor old Sharon though. She's got a camera, she can throw that at him. I got the bear spray. Well, this one isn't as impressive as the other one. And no bear living in it, so that's good, we're safe. Oh, I think there's two down here. That's really neat. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Now, there's one over there. No bears in there. It's weird, eh? You got to check everything for bears before you enter. I think the weather's kind of got onto this one, but that's kind of neat. Stacking all the driftwood up. Somebody's made kind of a structure here. That's pretty cool. Let's get in and have a look. How neat is that? How neat is that? That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Let's just go for a wander down here. You know I'm tempting fate looking for a bear, don't you? I want to try this bear spray out, see if it works. See if it's any good. Not really. I think I'd run. No, yeah, they say don't run. But fight or flight, eh? And I know my fight against a bear is not going to be great, is it? Here, bear. Okay, bear. Apparently that's what you're supposed to say. I don't know whether it frightens them off or not, but they say, shout, hey bear! Hey bear! and I got this bear spray. I've never used it, and so you're wandering through here, right? You think, oh, I'm protected, I got a bear spray, but like I don't even know how the bloody stuff works, you know, like, and especially if I'm downwind of it and I don't hit the bear and I get myself, I'm really up the chute, aren't I? That's crazy. Lots and lots of driftwood down here. Hey bear! There's tracks everywhere, like game trails everywhere. You just got to look underneath the bush to see where everything has been walking and making trails. You know, it's and the bears stripped most of these bushes of all the berries. They've all gone. So I'm looking at the bushes. They normally have red berries on them, but there's not a berry to be seen. So with a bit of luck, the bear is actually eaten and moved on. But there you go. There's the Prince of Wales Hotel in the distance, and with the water tower by the side of it. Parking lot over there. I think that might be the visitor center over there. We'll go over and take a look. I think I'll walk back along the beach this time. So this is your bear spray in its handy dandy little holster. Now I can't show you with this really because I've got the camera in one hand and this in the other, but you've got a drawstring on the one side. Then you've got to take it out. Then you have to pull this little plastic pin. But by the time you got this little plastic pin off, I think you're going to be bare food. Unless you're running at the same time, and then you'll end up dropping it. And that's not going to be good either because you're going to be bare food. So it gives you this kind of false sense of security that I can take on any bear. Oh my God, there's bear tracks. Oh, I've got to show you this. Now, it's got to be a juvenile, a small one. There's deer tracks too. So you go along here and you can actually see some deer tracks and some bear tracks. More deer. Where did the bear go? Oh, lots more deer now. That was definitely a bear track back there. Yeah, I think that's it. They seem to come up that far, but not any further. So that's our little adventure around Waterton Lake. We're going to head into the village now, and then we're off to see, I think it's Thompson Waterfall, maybe wrong, and then we're going to go and look at the there is a buffalo loop where you can drive around and see if you can see the buffalo. So we're going to go and have a look at that, and then once we're done, I think we're going to head on up to Cranbrook. So let's get going. So in the town of Waterton Lakes, there's a second waterfall. And it's kind of right in the town, but it gets quite busy. I just came round, I thought there was a wedding going on, and what the heck's going on there? Sharon said that's the falls. So yeah, there must have been quite a few people, and we're going to take a look at it now. So here's the reveal. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Here's the reveal. Getting up to the barrier now, and let's do the reveal. Alright. Put you all out of your misery. Okay. So, there you have the waterfall. And not as spectacular as the other falls we just went to, but it's still impressive nonetheless. And it's quite easy to get to. Parking's pretty good. So you can notice how that one waterfall is coming in through the rock. So it must have found its way through somewhere. So Cameron Falls cascades over ancient dolomitic rocks. The sediments which became these rocks were deposited over 1,500,000,000 years ago, when only the simplest forms of life existed, bacteria and algae. So that's pretty impressive. Pretty cool. So that's Cameron Falls, right there. And there's lots of places to wander around. And the river cuts its way through the canyon. Down there, it's pretty impressive on the other side. On the other side of the road, is a small gorge, but not too much. Oh yeah. Cameron Falls. And you'll notice at the top where the fire was in 2017. So it must have been raging and burning above the falls. It goes all the way up the mountain too. So, and there's Sharon taking the photo. Let's go around. And you'll notice it's a bit like, I suppose it's a little bit like Jasper, but on a very, very much smaller scale. And there's shops and restaurants and things like that in the town itself. And then here we go. So this is actually called the Bear Hump Trail. I hope they didn't name it for a specific reason, or to remind you of anything. Now we can start to see the mountain open up. Just imagine what it'd be like with all these trees if they were still here. It'd be awesome. So I get the bag now. The world's greatest hiker says it's too easy with the bag because it keeps you balanced. So she's giving it to me now because she's saying I'm struggling getting up the mountain. So she's got the poles, and I'm kind of balanced now. Not. Well, here we are. They say we're over halfway. One lady says that we're not. One guy said 10 more minutes. That was like 25 minutes ago. So, I don't know. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. But what a wonderful view. Just look at that. Kind of worth it. Well, here we are approaching the top. It's been a pretty arduous trek. But we're almost there. The view's pretty good. And here we are at the summit. Pretty nice view. pretty impressive. Very chipmunks. Very cool. And there we have, that's the valley down there. What a beautiful view. Oh, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I want to go up there now. That is absolutely amazing. Down the valley there. It scared me to death. That's kind of cool. Okay, Sharon, was it worth it? Was it worth death climbing up that mountain?
It was. I didn't think I was going to make it, but it was worth it. Just as you come off the trail and you just get into the thing, and then suddenly your legs don't feel wobbly anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So there's our car all the way down there. So now we're heading down and having a rest, have some food and have a rest before we head on back out. So I'll see you at the bottom. So here we are, we made it back down. We went up the bear trail, got to the overlook, looked out and successfully made it back. So now we're going to be on our way to Cranbrook, so come join us. To Cranbrook, there is a place called the Frank Slide, and we're here. And here's the notice board. It was 90 seconds of chaos, and the mountainside collapsed and covered everybody. And it's buried a bunch of miners and a school and so on. So we just stopped to take a look, get some pictures and show you Frank Slide. So in the early morning of 29th of April 1903, most of the almost 600 residents of the coal mining town of Frank were asleep. At the coal mine, the night shift was down in the mine and a few men were working on the surface of the mine buildings. At 4:10, a crashing thunderous roar filled the dark, sleeping town and spilled out into the Crowsnest Pass. A wedge of limestone over 1 kilometer wide, 425 meters long and 150 meters deep had broken from the crest of Turtle Mountain. It smashed apart as it slid down, breaking into boulders that rolled and bounced down the side of the mountain and spread across the valley. In about 90 seconds, homes, buildings and lives were destroyed. Rocks covered part of Frank, closed the entrance to the mine and swept away the mine buildings and those working in them. The miners underground managed to tunnel their way to the surface. The slide had also buried a construction camp, livery stables, tents, a store, and some ranch buildings. 70 people are known to have died. The sound of the slide had been heard kilometers away, and clouds of limestone dust hung over the pass for quite a while. While daily life returned to Frank, the slide remained an imposing presence. As one resident commented, the slide was always with us. Okay, so there you go, and this is the result of Frank's slide. So this is where all the rocks just stopped. So it's not just this side. So you can see the mountain where it all came down. If we head on down this way, you can actually see that it went straight across the pass. So there's the rest of it, and over the highway, across the highway, you'll see all of the rest of the side of the mountain. So yeah, that's insane. And there's a memorial rock here. Wow. So that's Frank's slide. So just inside BC is a place called Sparwood, and as you're driving through it says world's largest dump truck. Well, we thought we'd stop and have a look, and here it is. And there is the big green world's largest dump truck. It is huge. Like Sharon's pointing out how high the tires are. It's massive, absolutely massive. Like, it is absolutely huge. Wouldn't want to meet that on the highway. Like, look at it. World's biggest tandem axle truck. That is phenomenal. Now, the only reason I know about this is because I watch a guy on YouTube, and Eric, his channel is called Unamoto, and he stopped here and had a walk around the world's largest dump truck. So I thought, while we were in the area, we'd come and have a look. Like, this is huge. You can actually get underneath. Look at the size of these hydraulics. They're massive. That's my hand. Look at the size of them. And the tires, oh my. You can actually, whoa, look at that. That's the piston that drives up the dump bucket. This is huge, absolutely huge.
You want to go ahead in front? What are you? Come on.
Well, what a busy day. It's been a long day. We flew into Calgary this morning for day one, and picked up the vehicle and then drove out of Calgary, heading down to Waterton Lakes. We visited Lundbreck Falls, which was the very first waterfall that we went to see. Our second stop was Waterton National Park, where we visited the Prince of Wales Hotel in Waterton Lake. after that we went to Cameron Falls, which is in Waterton itself. So then we went and did the Bear Hump Trail, and that was where we climbed up the mountain and had a look and got the wonderful views from the top there of the Prince of Wales Hotel, and came all the way down. We saw sheep and goats up there, and on the way back out we did Frank. Frank's kind of an interesting place, a bit of a sad place really. We went and had a look at the collapse in the 1900s of the rock slide. And then as we went through into BC, we went to Sparwood, and we saw the largest dump truck in the world. So that was day one. A bit of a busy day. We did like 560 kilometers after a flight, and we've now made it to Cranbrook, to our hotel, which is kind of okay. It's a place to stay and have a shower and get some sleep, and then we will be back for tomorrow morning. So we may change a few things up tomorrow morning, but we'll start off tomorrow and head on out. So come and join us. Have a good evening.